Hello everyone, it's Geek here again and welcome back. And in this part we are starting a new game and I'm gonna cover things that I personally do always when I start a new game, like for extra security. And here I have a fresh game and I just connected to my Wi-Fi and I'm now on the internet, but I haven't done anything else. So first thing that I do is usually I open a scan LAN first and I'll investigate my network because thing is that, for example, in this case, there is this router that's actually connecting my computer to the internet, and there is only one router and there is one NPC on my network. And here you can see that NPC has actually two ports open on his computer. So if a hacker tries to do nmap scan, like scanning the ports from the internet, he will see these two ports and they are leading to this machine. So hacker can probably connect to this computer from the external network. And also he could use router hack to access your computer. So of course, if he just knows your IP address. But what we are doing here is to make the hacker's life a bit harder because when you start a new game, you don't have money and you don't have servers or anything else that can make you secure. So we could, for example, at least now, remove these ports. NPC admins, there are different levels of them, and some admins are more active and some are like really lazy. So these ports may appear back to the router. So you should have you should just keep checking on if your admin opens the ports again. But the next thing next, because now we are quite vulnerable, but we could, for example, look this router here. It's much deeper on the network. And what I'll do, I will set IRM on start wheel and 0, and this is our network adapter. And then I could do iReplay, and we will take PSSID and ESSID, and we will start hacking the router. This is sub router. So if we go to the IW list, you will not see this network. You can't find this because this is like on your internal network. Your IW list only shows you external networks. And what this does is you will have multiple different layers of protection, and you are not here visible. So if hackers are trying to hunt players, they usually check the first router and they notice there is no one here. Of course, this hacker has more time and he's more curious and he's certain that someone is in this IP address or network. He will, of course, check the logs from the router and so on. But at least this gives you a one free layer of protection, and this is good thing to do first before you go any further. And we are ready. I press Ctrl C to stop that, and then we use aircrack and file.cap, and we found the password. And you may have to wait for a while before this Wi-Fi cracking is ready. Next thing is we are gonna use IW list and no ipconfig, sorry. And VLAN 0 is our adapter. Then I can copy here the PSSID and ESSID and the password here. And now you see we are now deeper in the network and more safe. And one other thing we could do is check the IP address of this router, and we will use the port 8080. And there are strange rules on the router, and we are not covering the deeper security procedures right now, but for now I'm just going to put something like any, so it will deny all the traffic that is trying to reach this router itself. So it's a bit more safe again. So I think we are done now for the basic protection for the network. So this is not bulletproof, of course, but it is a good first step. And next thing I would do is like doing something to root, and sudo -s logs as to root. Of course, you must know the root password. Something that I will suggest for new players is use the next commands, so it will lock your system. And this command will actually take the quest permissions. For example, if we use command ls, it lists files on our current directory. If we change directory to like the place, we can use this to display more info, group owner, size. But this is the permission part. So this is the other user that hackers usually has the permissions. It's like quest. So this will delete everything from your that permission from all the files on your system. So quest can't do anything. Next we will do same for group, but we will remove the X, and we can oh, why? What's happened? No idea. There is still X, but I don't know why I can't execute it. Oh, it's like now it should have the other permissions. Anyways, I think we will cover this in the next episode.